Guys, welcome back to my channel. Hi, I did a video. I'm doing a video and I'm going to upload this. So thanks for following me. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button before we do anything because you know me and me uploading these videos. And it has been a while, I think, but I've been better, right? So one of the things that I wanted to talk about was the Chagim, which was amazing. It was awesome. And it was really nice, and it showed how much my kids are growing up so much. My son, for the first time, went to stay at um, the yeshiva of our kehillah, for Yom Kippur, and he slept there. So that was like really cool that he did that on his own. And my daughter and I were at the Beit Knesset. It was really nice. Of course, someone thought, like, everybody kind of knows me there. But every so often my daughter says she gets it a lot, that she's adopted, and it's okay if she's adopted. And they don't see my husband. Like, if they saw my husband, it wouldn't even like be a question, because I think she looks a bit like me once you get past the color. And one day they actually said they'll do a video with me, just talking about as Israeli Americans living here, because that's what they're called when your parents are from somewhere else, but you were born and raised here. Then you're called like Israeli American. So that's what they are. The other thing was, I wanted to talk about, I was speaking to a friend of mine, and she know who she is. She should have a refuah shalema. And I was just speaking to her about like hospitals and like how it is here in Israel. And it's true, because when I had my kids here, one of the things, these are like one of the things that you don't realize when you're in the hospital here in Israel, is that they have a cafeteria, and they really want you to get up and about. Like, they don't want you just like lay in the bed the whole time you're in the hospital for whatever procedure that you're getting done. They want you to get well. They want your body to work well. And one of the things, they encourage you to go eat in the patient cafeteria, which is really nice. Like, so many choices. They'll bring you food to your room, but it's like basic. But if you go to the cafeteria, you have like a lot of other choices to choose, and you're in the hospital, you're in the cafeteria with other women, like, because it's like very separate. It's not like men and women are together in the cafeteria. It's like women, and then there's men. At least when you're giving birth. I forgot to ask her, is it like that for her? Because she went in for a procedure, and she went to the cafeteria to eat. But I guess it's separate, because Israel is very careful, like, about snealed and things, because you're walking around in a gown, kind of thing. So, but you go to the cafeteria. Other thing is like how in charge you need to be of your health. Like, you can go to the doctor, and I think I mentioned about this in another video. You can go to the doctor, but you are in charge of your health. Like, the doctor is there to give you information, to help you, to do suggestions, and to tell you what you need to do. But you are, and it's in the file. It's on the computer, which is great, because on your medical card, you take it wherever you go. And when they put it in, they can see the information all about you. Except for, like, say you go to your GP, right? And then you go to, say, a neurologist, I guess. I don't know. I'm just thinking of something. I'm not sure if if the GP can see what the neurologist put in, unless no, it can see everything, because I remember I had to do something and my GP could see everything. But when you go to each of these specialists, they give you the results on a piece of paper. And it's on the app. So everything you need is available for you, and you should be aware of it. And you can take it to all your doctors. You have it with you. You can talk to your doctor via the app. You can get... the only problem is it's in Hebrew. So a trick that I do, I just changed Kupot. I've been with Milchedet for however long I've been in Israel, which is like almost 20 years. And I just changed. It was such a big step for me. And I changed to Maccabi. Why did I change to Maccabi? Because every time I was asking questions or references of who to go to, no one, like, it would be like crickets. No one had anything for Milchedet. And you want an English speaking doctor. Sometimes I want, and I would get nothing. Like I would get like not so many responses, but Maccabi, so many. And now Maccabi just changed where they have like an English site. And who's kidding who? I don't care if I speak Hebrew. I'm not speaking well enough to speak medical. Like I'm just not. And thank God I have a son-in-law that's Israeli. He can help me. I have in-laws. I mean, my daughter's in-laws are wonderful, amazing, and they will help me. It's like really awesome when you have relatives that are Israeli. Like nothing beats it. Or good friends that are Israeli. You cannot live in this country without connecting to Israelis. You just cannot. So anyway, I changed to Maccabi. I'm so excited. And I hope that I go to the doctor more often because I do need to. And I'm really bad about that. And so I need to take care of that. But so I'm really excited that I changed Kupot. And it's nothing. I just spoke to them. All and your information isn't transposed over. You have to go to Milchedet and you have to say, I need all my documentation of my medical procedures or whatever I did, and I take it over to Maccabi. What's great about me, and this is a good instance, is that I have not done anything serious to get paperwork because it changes like every few years, right? So I didn't go and get the documents because there's not really anything that I need. So I'll start at Maccabi fresh. I'll do all the things that I need to do. I'm getting older, so there's like lots of things you have to do as you get older. They're very big about that. One of the things that people don't understand, they believe in good health here in Israel. They do not play about that. And if you're not healthy and you don't take care of yourself, they will let you know. They will give you all the things that you need to become healthy. And if you don't, magialach, which means you had it coming to you, basically. Which is true, right? Because there's no reason we can't take care of ourselves. Now, of course, there are illnesses that we have no control over, right? And they will help you, but like say like weight or even diabetes or heart, high blood pressure, or something that we can change in our diet. Like as you go to dietitian, you don't have to pay for nothing. I mean, you pay, of course, in your taxes, right? But you pay for nothing when you go to the doctor. I do not understand Americans. I mean, not you, I'm not going to say you, but Americans are so ingrained that if it's cheap, it's not good. Or if you didn't pay for it, it's not good. And it's crazy how they've been brainwashed. They're the only country in the entire world, right? Of Western society that you can die if you can't pay for it. Like, I don't understand it. So anyway, that was what I was going to say about hospitals, about the cafeteria, and about that I changed my kupa to a different one. So there's like 4. There is Meuchedet, there's Maccabi, Leumi, and Clalit. My friend has Clalit. She loves it. And I would have changed to Clalit, except my daughter is with Maccabi. And I wanted to be with something that if I needed help or whatever, my daughter would be able to be familiar with the system and be able to help me. So I changed to Maccabi. And because everybody always reference Maccabi. So, and Maccabi has a women's center. Not that Milchedet doesn't, but it's more readily available. It's not overcrowded. I feel like Milchedet is like very like Saba, Safta type. Because when you go in Milchedet, these centers, it's like lots of like old people and all Israeli. Like literally, to find someone that speaks English is a gem. Like seriously. Not that there's anything against Russians. They just have a different bedside manner. And it doesn't work for me. And Milchedet has a lot of them. So there was that. So I'm happy that I changed that. The other thing I wanted to talk about was I wrote these things down because I really wanted to talk about these things. Oh, Food. Oh my gosh. Of course, since October 7th, we've been like in a war, and it doesn't, you don't, when you think of war, you think you see the bombs coming down or whatever like that. Yes, we do see them in the sky, but Baruch Hashem, thank God, the Iron Dome, thanks Obama. we have these Iron Domes, and we have the F-35s, 36, thanks Obama, thanks Biden. That's on them. So I really appreciate that. So we have that, thank God, and that helps. But I feel so bad for the people in the north who are dealing with this. And I have a friend whose son's bar mitzvah is Sukkot. And I was going to go with my son. We were going to ride the bus. It's like a 2.5-hour bus ride there. And we were going to stay at a hotel and come back. Why is it lagging? Anyway, we were going to stay there. And now I'm like not going to go because it is beyond belief how many sirens they get. And it's like, I don't want to be on the bus traveling, because when you hear a siren, and you have to, if you're traveling, you have to get out of your vehicle and you have to go to the closest wall or something and get down. You have to sit on the ground, lay down on the ground. And cars are just like left in wherever they are. And then when the siren finishes, and then you have to wait like, I forgot what the all clear amount of time is. And then you go back in your car and then, you go. Right. And I'm not doing that on the bus. It's a 2.5-hour bus ride to the north, where that is where it's happening, Yeah, so I'm not going to go. And I'm bummed about it because I planned to go, and I was like going to like arrange like, okay, maybe I'll get car service or whatever. But like a lot of places aren't necessarily open in the north either. So there's that. Food prices. I was talking about food prices. So they're like, if they're imported, definitely expensive because we're not getting it imported. So we had to deal with Jordan with tomatoes. Like we give them dates, they give us tomatoes. That's how I see it. We give them dates, and then they take off that it's from Israel, and then they say like, we don't care. Like we get money for it. We have like a deal, and we get their tomatoes. I think that's how I know we get their tomatoes, and they get our dates. I do know this, and the tomatoes were expensive. Now, because of October 7th, a lot of the workers were Aruvim, or they were from Thailand or the Philippines, or Chutz Eretz, right? Outside of the country they were from. Some of them died, right? In October 7th. Like they were just here to work for school, and they were killed also. So like a lot of them are hesitant about coming in Israel to work again. So we don't have like a lot of workers. And of course, all those workers that we had of Aruvim that were friends of these kibbutzim, of farms, came and killed them. So we don't have them either. We don't have any workers. So the workers that we have, the produce isn't coming out fast enough. So the prices are higher, I think. And then you can see, thank God, because we're support Israeli businesses, please, and produce and whatever. I know it's going to be a little expensive. Support them because we need you. The prices are a little higher. And on the site, when you order, or even in the store, it'll tell you if it was made in Israel or not. And everybody, 9 times out of 10, we're going to buy the Israeli product versus outside of Israel, instead of outside of Israel. So buy our products. I'm doing great. We're getting ready for Sukkot. I will probably do another video because I'm really excited about the Chag. I did do a reel, REEL, of me hanging out with some girlfriends, and we found our way of thinking of October 7th. We lit a candle. We listened to some Afro beats, and we talked. We talked deep about like a lot of things, and we had our wine, and we lit Nerot Neshama, and that's what we did. That's what we did. Other people did something in a different way about October 7th, and we spoke about like the hostages and the situation, and like everybody has like their different ways of thinking about it. It was really different than, and I mentioned this on Instagram to someone. It's really different how we do it here in Israel versus how it's done like in America. Of how we are approaching October 7th. We are so saddened and we're also angry. But at the same time, we refuse to stop living and trying to be basimcha, to be happy. We're trying, and we still have to do life. We refuse to let evil stop us from life, right? And I don't know if our government listens to my video, but I'm going to say it anyway. I want to thank our government and our military because they're tired, they are working overtime, and Hashem should just bless them, my family, Klal Yisrael. May he send refuah, healing to everybody that needs it, whether it's mentally or physically, right? And all the people that are against Israel, that they somehow have a clarity or more information to not have hate in their heart for us because we're also human. And that's all I'm going to say in my video. Like, subscribe. Thanks.